Welcome to this continuing series that I'm collaborating with Marsha over at Markets of Sunshine. And today our theme is working with a minimal palette. And so we kind of challenged each other to make something with 3 to 5 elements. And that may sound like a lot, but really, when you're into slow stitching or fiber art and things like that, you realize that that's not a lot at all. So we could call that a minimalist palette to work with. Now, I'm going to show you here what I'm doing, and I'm not counting my batting here as part of my 3 to 5. That's kind of like a foundation piece. I'm not counting it. But what I'm going to try to put together with this is a pendant. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces here. And to make this work, I really need a contrast of complementary colors, something that where one color plays off of another, because that's the only activity I'm going to get in this piece with so few pieces. So I'm going to try to do that with what you see here, the pink and black with a splash of gold in this fabric right here. All right, and this is going on the batting background piece, and that's to give me something substantial to work with here. And then this piece will eventually go onto the background piece here. All right, like that. And then when I sew that on, then I'll fringe that all around. But how would I lay this out? Well, let's see here. This needs to go over that, I believe. So let's kind of set some composition here. Whoops, put that back. Now, it's funny that a lot of people are minimalist. They like fewer pieces, fewer elements, and clean look. And that is nothing wrong with that. That is really, really great. It looks good. Maybe like that. And then maybe we could let this one come down here like this. And maybe that could be, I need to pull this up just a little. Once all that was sewn together, I think that would be a very nice layout or composition. Now, as I was saying, a lot of people really like what I call the minimalist. That would be great for them. They'd stop right there. But if you've been around Icky Chic Designs very long, you know that really my minimum for collaging things seems to be 7 elements, anywhere between 7 and 12. So that means that I am just where the minimalist is happy and stops is where I, might you say, begin. Like, this is a foundation for me more than a finish, and I would be doing some more elements on here. So we're all different, and isn't that wonderful? That's what makes the world wonderful. There's so much variety in everything, including what we do as a craft. So there's one example of trying to stay minimal. Now, I thought I would show one more. Minimal in this case, I was trying to use contrasting or elements that would play off each other that are very different. The pinks and the blacks certainly do that, and the contrast is there. So what happens if we want to do a minimalist and we want to stay not in that contrasting situation, but we want to stay monochromatic, almost in the same color tone, or something that blends and reads like one color. Oh, I've got a sneeze coming on. Oh, phew. Excuse me. My, how could we do that? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to count again the background. Okay, I have to have something to put it on, so we're not going to count the background as such, just like I didn't count the batting on the other one. But if you want to count it, it's 6 elements. And as you can see, I can't seem to do anything with 3, so I'm pushing it to the 5 for sure. So I've got these 4 things, and they stay within the monochromatic color in the sense that it reads like a monotone color theme. Not that it's all one color, but it reads like a monotone because it blends so well. So what can we do with this? Good question. Let's see, this is folded over, so we got a little double point there that we could use to our advantage. We could do that. We've got this part that sticks out, so that would be good if we could get it down here, because it seems to help balance our piece, especially when we got to find a place for this big piece. Okay. So now what can we do with this one? Seems to beg to come over the top of that. I wonder if that would look better on top. Something like that. Or if we could do that like that and let that go up there like that. That might look pretty good. I kind of like that. We got this. What are we going to do with this? Think about this for a minute. Let's open it up. It's got nice frayed edges. Okay. It's got some of the same colors in there. What if we did it like that? That kind of takes the starkness of this one cream piece down here out and makes it play better into the color zone. I kind of like that layout right there. That's a minimalist layout for me. Now, like I said, for me, this is where I would begin. I'd lay my foundation out, and that's a minimalist foundation for me. And then I would begin, because I would definitely add other things to that. And there's many, many of you who would do the same thing, so you know what I'm talking about. Whether it's just decorative stitching or you're going to layer more items, embellishments on there. But that in itself is very pretty. I like that. Okay, I could lay that way, or I could tuck it under here and let it peek out down here, which is also an option, and I like that too. So it kind of just kind of plays which way you like. I kind of like it going up here and falling over the edge of that. That's my preferred layout. So that for me is a very minimalist, and we have this piece, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 pieces set on a background piece. So when you think about collaging, try the minimalist. Try doing 3 to 5 elements and then decide whether you want to leave it there or you want to embellish it more. Okay, that'd be very pretty, just stitched like it is, and there wouldn't be anything wrong with that. So that's just a little bit of what I would do in the minimalist arena. Okay, so you decide. You know, I'm not a minimalist by any means, and what are you, and how are you going to decide what you are? Play with it a little bit, lay it out, and then start counting how many elements you put on a collage before you feel like you're done. And that will tell you, like I said, mine always fall between 7 and 12. So I know that I'm not a 3 to 5 minimalist like that, but it can be done. It can be done. And I've just shown you how that you can do that. And it still come out looking finished, looking complete, but on a minimal scale. Okay. All right. Till next time, keep coming back, because every Wednesday morning until we get to 12 different videos, we'll be continuing to do this every Wednesday morning. And let me see, what is our next? Let me look up here on the computer real quick what our next theme will be for next week. I'll get it up here in a minute. Okay. Week 7 is our minimalist masterpiece. That's this one. Okay, next week we're going to be doing vintage redesign. We're going to upcycle something vintage, whether it be like a linen, a garment, or something like that, or using a vintage jewelry some way, giving them a new life in an updated project. So we're going to be talking about vintage redesign next week, which would be week 8. All right, I hope you're enjoying this series, and don't forget, when you complete this one, go over to Marsha's channel, Markets of Sunshine. The link is in the description, and see what she's doing today. All right, till next time, please stay scrap happy.